Hey, it's Rob. Welcome to Horsehead Bookends. It's Friday. We're going to talk about gaming, but first I want to talk about this Saturday, November 23rd, is Geek Flea in Kearny, New Jersey, on Kearny Ave at the First Presbyterian Church. It's great. I've been doing it for years. It's put on by Unwinnable. I'll put the link below. Come on by. There are toys, collectibles, games, board games, video games, great baked goods by the church ladies, which are so awesome, and I shouldn't eat them, but I do because they're delicious. Tons of raffles, live music. We have a great time. I don't know if I'm going to film. If I do, I'll definitely do a vlog there, but I have a table. I'll be selling some stuff with my buddy. I have to DJ too, so I'm going to be running around. But definitely check it out. The address is below. Geek Flea, presented by Unwinnable, Kearny, New Jersey. Come and stop by. You'll have a great time. Back into gaming. So today I'm going to do a quick playthrough and review of Pret-a-Porter by Ignacy. I can't pronounce his last name. You know it. You should know him. He's done a lot of games, great games. I think it's Portal Games. 3rd edition recently came out. I got it through Kickstarter. Pret-a-Porter is a 2 to 4 player worker placement game that takes place in the fashion industry. The game takes place over 4 seasons, I guess you assume, where in each season you have different rounds, where there is your placement phase, your upkeep phase, which happens 2 times per season, and then after that you actually put on a fashion show and you score points and tokens and you get money for your designs. So I would say it's a medium to medium heavy worker placement game. We're gonna go over to the table, check it out, and then I'll come back and give you my thoughts about what I thought about it, I guess. Just a quick word, I'm not going to show you how to play. There are tons of different videos on YouTube that can teach you, and they'll do a way better job than I can. So we're just going to play through some rounds and take a look at it. So let's head over to the table. Pret-a-Porter is set up for a normal 3-player game. It's a worker placement game. You have 9 locations where to place your workers, and the game takes place over 12 rounds indicated on this chart right here. So let's start with the different locations. Location number 1 is your bank. You can go there and get some money or get a loan from the bank. Location number 2 is, I'm not exactly sure what it is. I think it's certain contracts you can get with the companies. Location 3 are buildings you can buy. Location 4 are workers that will help you, either give you more tokens or get you money. Location 5 are all different designs. You can go here to pick up designs that you can try to complete for the fashion show. Then locations 6 through 8 at the bottom are locations where you can buy different thread to complete your designs. And finally on location 9 all the way in the corner over there, you can either get quality tokens or PR tokens or trending tokens, or you could just get $5 if you want. Pretty simple. Like I said prior, the game takes place over 12 rounds. Now each of those rounds consists of a worker phase and then an upkeep phase. Then once you get to round 3, the 3rd round of each, I guess, section, which is separated into 4 sections, is your fashion show, where you will convert your little, I guess, prestige points into victory points that move you up and along the track. You play the game till you get through all 12 rounds, and the one with the most victory points at the end wins. I'm going to start right here with blue since he is on my left and it's easy for me. Also, everyone starts with a specialty. For example, for blue, their specialty is shoes. For orange, their specialty is shirts. And for pink, their specialty is dresses. You get 2 starting designs, which you have to complete. When you get to the fashion show stage, what you want to do is you have to put forth completed designs that share I guess, whatever your specialty is, being shoes or shirts. And at the same time, they all need to have a certain design in common. For these cards, if you can see it, I have a phone and I have a coffee mug. I'm sure they mean something. I would have to look in the instructions. I don't really remember. but all the designs need to have that the same. And there are different cards that you can get that will let you change these designs so you can put forth a cohesive fashion show to score more points. So let's get started. So now that all the workers are placed, we're going to do the worker action starting from 1, ending at 9, and take their cards or buy threads. Now the contract cards, certain things happen at certain times. For example, this is during a fashion show, so this would gain me 4 extra prestige points during a fashion show. So that's when that activates. Once it activates, you flip it to the other side, and it activates again, and then you discard it. Well, during the exhibition round, exhibition. The worker placement and actions were done. Now it's time for upkeep. First thing we're going to do, all the cards get wiped and new cards come out. So we're going to do that first. One phase that happens before the upkeep is the growth phase. There are certain cards that you can pay to get an upgrade to. If you choose to do that, you pay for the upgrade and you adjust your upkeep track, which is right down below, which shows how much you need to pay during the upkeep phase. Going back to the upkeep phase, I refilled the slots, and now we have to pay for our workers. And we get any bonuses that we get. So with blue, since I bought an account, I automatically get 5. And I have to pay 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I have to pay 5. So my upkeep is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's basically a lot. Alright, so now we start the second round. First player moves over. You're supposed to pass to the left, would basically be pink, but it's easier for me to just go down, so I'm just going to move it down to orange. And now we start the worker placement section again. There are 4 tokens, 2 have 2+, so that's for a 2 or 3 player game. 1 for 4, and that's for blank. So I guess you can do a third action, kind of messed that up, wish I didn't, but we're going to keep playing. Okay, so now we're going to resolve all the actions. Now the worker action phase is over. We are going to see if there's any upgrades. I am paying 2 to upgrade my accountant. And now my accountant gets $7 during the upkeep phase. Upkeep. So let's clear the cards, put out some new cards, and pay our salaries. We've finished rounds 1 and 2, moving into round 3. This moves over. The first thing we do is we convert any of the prestige tokens into victory points. Since this is the first round, no one has any prestige tokens, so nothing gets converted. So we're going to move on to the next, which is the exhibition phase. Now, in each of the 4 sections, you'll see there's different cardboard tokens that have little token symbols on there. That's how many exhibitions there are going to be. For the first section, there's only 1 exhibition. For the second one, there's 2, third, 3, and fourth, 4. However, each one rewards different things of the exhibition, going first through last, depending on what you have. For example, in this one right here for the first exhibition, if you can see it, the first one gets rewarded with quantity. How many designs are you putting forth? The second one is trend. How trendy are your designs? The third is quality. And the fourth are your PR tokens. And whoever has the most of these get bonus points. Blue is putting forth 1 design. Oh, before we do that, since we're in the exhibition phase, certain cards that we have get activated. Right away, blue gets 4 prestige tokens, and this flips over to the other side. This does take up a lot of space on the table, so I just have a lot out right now, but I'm sure if you're playing a different way and you don't need to grab everything, you can make it work. Orange is putting forth 2, and pink is putting forth 2. Here are the designs we are putting forth, and if it's a completed design, you can actually sell your design for the money listed on the bottom of the card. And if you match your symbol, you get a trend token for it. So right now, blue is putting forth a shoe design. And since they match, they are getting a trending token. And they get $26. Oh, we do the prestige and the awards first, and then we get the sales. Okay, so they sold this. So let's get this back. They have a shirt and shoes, both with a coffee cup. I'm not exactly sure what it means, but it matches. It's the style. I guess coffee style. Who knows? So they do have a match, so they will be getting a trend token. Here we have a dress and a shoe, both with the rock phase, rock and roll, and they do have a match, so they get a trend token as well. So now we get the awards, and these are the prestige awards based on what's listed. So first, we have the amount of design. So for first place, we get 4, and second place, we get 2. So we have a tie, so there is no first place. Moving on to trending, we have a 3-way tie. Since there's 3 people that tied, no one gets anything because there's only one. Oh wait, no, we do have a 3-way tie. That's fine. So everyone gets 1 prestige. Next is quality. We have 2, we have 1, 2, 3, and we have 1, 2, 3. So they would be in second place, and they get 1. He gets nothing, so they each get another 1. So. Public relations, none. He has 1, and he gets the award of 1 for public relations. Now we're moving part of the exhibition. We are going into the sale phase, so they're going to start selling their cards. First of all, they get amount of cash equal to the amount of prestige tokens they receive this round. So he is getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He is getting 5. Now the amount of prestige is multiplied by the amount of designs you put forward. Since he only put 1 design forward, he's only getting 5. So he will get 5 cash for that. One other thing, once you give out the awards, all the tokens can go back. You can do it during the upkeep phase. I find it easier. Once you score, you can put them away. Because all of your trends, your public relations, and your quality just goes away, I guess, after you sell your designs. He scored money for his prestige, and he's selling, so he gets 26. Orange's turn. They have 1, 2, 3, 4 times 4. So they get an extra 8 cash. So I'll put these 2. Now they are getting to sell their designs. 24 plus 21 is 45 plus another 2. So they're getting 46. It is Pink's turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times 2 designs. That's $10. For their prestige, and they're getting 29 plus 23, 52. So 50, 1, 2. So now that the sales phase is done, we move over to the upkeep. There is another upkeep phase, just like the working phase. If you took loans, you have to pay off the loans. But still, you still have to pay your workers again, and you would activate any abilities that you would have to activate. We flipped over the cards we used, which I've done already, and now we move on to round 4. This moves over to blue again, and now we start playing again. So we keep doing this for the 12 rounds, and at the end, whoever has the most amount of points wins. So right now, it's looking pretty even. But let's go back to the office and let's talk about it, and I'll let you know what I like and what I didn't. Okay, so that was Pret-a-Porter by Ignacy and Portal Games. I'm gonna talk about what I liked and what I didn't like, because there's things fit into both categories. I really like the worker placement aspect of it. You really had to plan out your moves. You can see what cards are coming up next because they're face up, so you can kind of figure out what you wanted to buy, which is really nice. It does reward planning. You do need to plan. You do need to put forth your correct designs so you can get the right amount of money. You want to see what is getting, you can actually see what is getting awarded too at the end of the round when you get into the exhibition phase. So you can kind of plan for that too, which is really nice. It does get a little cutthroat because you might need to get that one piece of thread to complete a design, and people might take over all those spots, and you might not have enough money to get into that spot, and then you have to take a loan out and pay it back to the bank with interest, which kind of gets hard trying to manage. But if you're selling a lot of designs and you make a whole lot of money after you sell them, then that loan really didn't matter at all, and it would really put you out ahead, especially since all your victory points are awarded at the beginning of the exhibition phase. So you can, it's a lot of stuff that you have to think about in advance, which I do really enjoy when it comes to worker placement type games and heavy style games as well. Okay, so what I didn't like about the game, and this is a big didn't like. I really did not like the rule book at all. I found it very confusing. It just seems like they were throwing a lot of walls of text at you, and it was hard to figure out what they were talking about when it came to certain actions or certain steps. So it really took me a while to fully grasp the game and how to play it and how to understand. So for people who are new to medium heavy style games or heavy worker placements. Now I call this a medium heavy worker placement, and I would consider something like Lords of Waterdeep a light worker placement because it's very easy to grasp. It's very easy to plan for. Non-gamers will enjoy it. They might not like the theme, but it is a really good starter worker placement style game. So aside from the instructions, once I grasped it, I thought it was very easy to teach, but it was a little hard for novice players to grasp some of the planning aspects of the game. There was a lot that they had to look at. But that really is it. Other than that, I really enjoyed the game. Another like is, I love the theme. It's great. I mean, you're in the fashion industry. There's not a lot of games with that sort of theme. I mean, when you're getting worker placement games, a lot of it is fantasy based, like Dungeons and Dragons. You have really heavy worker placement games like Tricarion or Anachrony or even Lisboa, which are very heavy. So it gives that, it's nice that you can teach some novices how to play it, but it won't be way too much for a beginner. Like, I would never teach a beginner Lisboa, I think, or Kanban, which would just, I think, make people cry who's never played a worker placement style game before. Other than that, I really enjoyed it. Pret-a-Porter, it's the 3rd edition. This came out earlier. I will try to post a link below of maybe where you can get it, or maybe just to the Portal Games website. I think you can order it there. I think it's available now to purchase. It should be. It's a great game if you're looking for something a little heavier and you want a different theme. Definitely pick it up. I think it's totally worth it. And again, Geek Flea, tomorrow, November 23rd, Kearney, New Jersey. I'll post a link for that below. Come on by, check it out. It's a good time. So if you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, please don't forget to click on subscribe. You'll get notified whenever I upload new videos. Any questions or comments about this game, or if I mess something up, which I'm sure I did. I kind of figured. It was a little hard. Let me know below. Try to keep it friendly. And I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Otherwise, talk to you later.